Alright, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Arcane Odyssey. This is my first Arcane Odyssey video. And recently, VTech just added a 2 times EXP event for Profession. So today I'm going to teach y'all how to do these right now. So first of all, let's go over each profession. This is very simple, very easy. Cooking. All you do is put stuff in the pot right here. You have cooking pots that are all over the world. You know what I'm saying? You find these, you put in your ingredients, and you get the stuff that you need out of it. And that's your cooking EXP. Alright, so over here we have brewing. Brewing right here, you put the catalysts and the reagents in the pot. Let me see if I can do that really quick for you. Do I have a... Okay. I can't. Anyway, I'm not about to waste my time. So yeah, that's how you do that. You go over here, you start brewing shit. Really easy, really simple. Jewel crafting. Jewel crafting over here. The hardest part about jewel crafting is just finding the tables. Other than that, you'll be fine. Jewel crafting's easy. You just need a lot of gems. If you don't have gems, you could buy them, but they're mad expensive, so I don't recommend it. Finding them is probably best. And the best way to find gems, I genuinely don't know. I just play the game a lot, and I just get a ton of them. So you're just gonna have to open chests or something, dude. I'm not gonna lie. All right, anyway. We have fishing. Fishing and cooking kind of correlate because if you're fishing, obviously you're going to cook the fish unless you plan on selling it, which wouldn't give you much money anyway. And I can go over these fishing rods really quickly here. So first we have, let me do this again. So first we have the toughened bronze rod. This one right here, this just gives you bigger fish. You get bigger fish every time that you use it. And then the grace just gives you higher tier fish, so like luckier fish. And this one right here, the ensnaring gives you more fish. So I recommend if you're going to do fishing EXP that you use the ensnaring so that you can catch more fish more commonly. Also, I do recommend fishing in the Dark Sea because the Dark Sea, it gives, like, it's supposed to give bigger fish or, like, better, like, fish luck or something like that. So if you're using ensnaring with, you know, you can kind of use just any fish. So, yeah. Bounty hunting is really simple, really easy. You go to the bounty board, and then you just go and pick a character or a person to hunt. I don't hunt players, so I don't know if it boosts player EXP, but I do hunt a lot of NPCs, and we'll be hunting one of these guys later in the video, just so that I can showcase how much EXP it gives for the 2 times EXP event. And then you can kind of decide, like, what's the best to, like, focus on out of all the EXP they give. So, yeah. Bounty hunting. And then last is charting. I recommend for charting. Charting, if you don't know what charting is, charting are these charts. I actually don't have any right now, but it'll kind of pop up. I'll see if I can grab one. Hopefully I can. I might be able to catch one up off a chest. No. Alright, well, I tried and I couldn't find one. I've been looking for... Oh, look, there it is right there. See? Whenever this pops up, that's when you know that you have a chart. And as I said, I recommend doing the common ones because the common ones are just faster and they're easier overall. So I recommend doing those common charts because you can kind of just get the instant EXP from doing those. And I will be doing that one because I have to showcase how much EXP it gives. So I will be testing that in a minute. Alright, the first thing we're going to be doing is testing out food. I don't know why I was at the... Anyway, we're going to be testing out food. So as you can see right here, my cooking EXP is 117,733. I did test this a little bit. And the arcane meat right here, stuff like this, or the arcane boar meat gives the most EXP from what I've tested so far. I haven't tested every food item or like everything in the game, but just off of like, you know, just more like common things to get, this right here probably gives the most EXP because it's easier to get because boars are kind of everywhere. And the way that you get the arcane boar meat is to just kill them with magic. So yeah, but as you can see right here, actually I can do a better test. So I'll use one, and then right here we're at 117,733. We cook it. Now we're at 118,328. So it boosted us by about 600 points. Right? Now if we use all 4, actually let's use 2. I want to see if it doubles. I haven't tested this actually. So if the first one upped us by 600, the second one upped us by about 1,000. About 1,100 maybe. So if we use 4, we're at 119,444. Use this, and now we're at 121,626. So that gave us 2,200 EXP. So I think it might be better to just cook these one at a time if you plan on doing that, because it gives 600 for one, but for 2 it gives 1,100. That we'll be doing later. And then for your brewing, this one is kind of it's because you do have to get like a lot of catalysts and reagents and such, but it shouldn't be the worst thing in the world. So we're going to make a water breathing potion. Why not, right? So let's get... Where is it? Big fat old clam. And let me see if I have like a auric seaweed or something. Yeah, let's use 10. Alright, and let's use... Can we use normal seaweed too? We can. Okay. Alright, dope. So, this is my brewing so far. 88,141. When we cook this... Okay, and we can't do that. Alright, let's just make this. Alright. We're at 89,453, so that gave us 1,300. So I'm assuming using the rare tier items, obviously it's going to give you more. Let's try this again, though. I want to... Okay, there we go. Pearl, catalyst, and this is a reagent. So I don't know what kind of potion this makes, but anyway. We got 1,300 from that last one, so let's see if this gives us about the same. We were at, what, 89,400? And now we're at 90,240. So it gave us about 900, about 1,000. So I'm not sure if it varies between that range or if it's based on the items that you use. But from what you saw, 2 rare items gave us 900 to 1,300. So obviously it's going to be around that range. Now, I just pressed the wrong button. We have jewel crafting here. Jewel crafting is easy. Only hard part about jewel crafting is finding the stations and also getting all the gems, because gems kind of are hard to get, especially these mystic ones. You kind of got to play a lot just to get these. So yeah, jewel crafting, if we go take a look at that right now, we're at 127,749, and then we'll just pick something up, pick random. A lapis, and we'll put bone destruction on it. Right? So, 127,749, craft. Now we're at 128,413. So it gave us less than 1,000. What are we at? 729, and we're at 413. So 300, 400 ish. So it gave us about 6 to 700. If we just round it and we don't like use actual math, because I'm not doing that today, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Went up almost 700, about 600 ish, 600 like 80 ish. So like 670. I need help. We went up about 670. I don't know. We're gonna try that again just to make sure that it's around that ballpark, or if it's just a static like 670. So we have 129,742. Cook that again, and we have 130,406. So we were at what, 732, and we're at 406 now. So it did give about 700. So about 6 to 700 is what you'll expect if you're using a mystic gem with a common reagent. I don't think it matters. I think it matters about the gem that you use, not the reagent, because that still gave us 6 to 700. So I think overall, using Mystic Gems is going to give you about 6 to 700 EXP. So using tons of these would give you a pretty good amount of EXP. So just use these gems. Obviously, you can use these these more common ones too, the rare ones. Simply because, I mean, nobody really uses these in the first place. Everyone always uses the rarer ones because they're just better. So yeah, I recommend throwing these to the wayside. Like literally, don't sell them. Just throw them up in here and just cook them with something random, and you'll get your EXP or whatever. And that's for jewel crafting. Next, we have fishing. So as you can see here, we have a fishing rod. I kind of demonstrated this earlier, but I'm going to do it again because some people just don't fish in this game, so maybe this will change your mind, I guess. I don't know. Fishing's kind of boring, but whatever. Alright, so as I went over these earlier, as I said, ensnaring, the blue one, gives you more fish faster. Grace gives you higher tier fish, so like luckier fish. And toughen just gives you bigger fish, so you have a chance to get like bigger fish. Alright, and look at that. We got a fish in a couple seconds. Actually, I did not record the EXP for that, so let's go ahead and do that again. We have 87,155. Let's go ahead and catch a fish. Also, it's RNG to determine what type of fish that you get. So the EXP for this would probably vary a lot, considering if you get like a mystic fish or a legendary fish versus just a common normal fish. And as I said, fishing in the Dark Sea would give you, more. That only gave us about 130 EXP. So fishing, it's I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I would recommend fishing for this 2 times the XP event unless you have everything else maxed out, considering fishing is just the slowest. Now, you could actually use this 2 times the XP event to boost your fishing to that higher degree so you don't ever have to worry about fishing again. See, that just gave us about 300. So you could do that, but, fishing is slow because it takes time for the fish to get on the rod, and then you gotta... It's just a long process. I wouldn't recommend it. I'd recommend just fishing whenever you're fishing. Like, yeah, just fish whenever you need to, bro. I wouldn't recommend going too crazy on the fishing. Alright, next we have bounty hunting. As I said, I'm going to bounty hunt so I can show y'all exactly how much EXP you get from the bounty hunt. And we're going to be hunting a max level bounty at that. I don't know if that would give us more EXP or less. I don't know if you get more EXP based on the bounty that you hunt or not. But we'll try it. So let's open up our chart here. He's at macro now. We already got... Actually, well, here's my rival right here. Let's look at him. He's also at macro now. Okay, so we have 2 bounties that we can hunt. So let's go ahead and head to macro now. Now, there seems to be a guy already here, so hopefully he didn't take our bounties, but we'll see when we get on the island. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Whoa, wait, no. Oh, I'm fighting both of them at the same time? No, Paul's not here. Yeah, put that down, boy. Put that down. Gotcha. Alright, so... That guy up there beat my bounty. Beat my, dude. My other guy. He beat Paul. That's fine. I was hoping to get that bounty too since he's my rival, so maybe I could've got a legendary out of that. What the hell is that? It was a rabbit. Anyway, yeah, man. That's bounty hunting. I didn't even look at the EXP. I'll go back in the video and I'll look at it myself. I'll go ahead and look at the bounty hunting EXP myself. But right now we're at 170. I'll bring up what it used to look like before I bounty hunted that guy, and you'll kind of see the EXP difference. And the last thing that we have is charting. Charting really seems to have the least amount of EXP that you have to gain. And bounty hunting has the most that you have to gain for some reason. I don't know why bounty hunting is. I mean, bounty hunting isn't hard, but it just takes a long time because you have to travel island to island. I'm not really sure why it's like that, but at least you have 2 times the XP, I guess. So anyway, you have charting. Let's go ahead and finish these charts. This is the uncommon chart. We're not worried about that one right now. We're worried about this one, and this is at Draco's Arch. So let's go ahead there. Alright, so we are here at Draco's Arch. Or Arc, doesn't really matter to me. We're here. Anyway, so roughly halfway northeast from the center, I've left all my treasure buried in the ground above the surrounding island. Now, if you don't know how to decode these little treasure charts, there's a website that you can do it on. If you just look up like Arcane Odyssey treasure chart, there might be like something there for you. But I'm gonna just kind of teach you how to do that here. So, as you saw, right, roughly halfway northeast from the center, press your map button. Sorry, hold on, I'm kind of press your map button and drag. You see this compass at the bottom of the map right here? Drag that and place it in the middle of the island. And kind of zoom in, get like the right position on it so that it covers like most of the island. So right here would be like the center of the island, right? And it said, what did it say? Damn it, I can't, hold on. Halfway northeast from the center. So if this is the center and this is northeast, this is halfway northeast. It wouldn't be over here or in the middle of here and here. Otherwise, it would say northeast. And that would be northeast, but more north. So it would be over here. But it's not over here because it's halfway northeast. So it would be around here. So let's go ahead and check that out. Delamere? Oh yeah, we're about to kill her. Let me go ahead and get that actually, before somebody else comes and does it. Who is that? Oh shoot, it's both of them? Holy crap, how am I supposed to beat that? Oh. Dang, I don't even have his bounty. Oh my gosh. This is so crazy. I'm fighting both of them at the same time. I got Delamere. I'm gonna get his bounty too. Hold on. I'm gonna get Maine's bounty. But time it. Where's... Let's get him out of here, man. You're done. Level 140, buddy. Come on, bro. 2v1 is crazy, though. I was not expecting that. Where's he at? There he is. Gotcha. Oh, I got his quiver. I don't know if that does anything. Or maybe it's just cosmetic, but... we got a boss drop. That was crazy. I like that. That was insane. I've left all my treasure buried in the ground above the surrounding island, northeast. Where's my marker at? Here we go. So, I don't know if it'll be on top of the cliff, because usually it says that it would be. So, I'm not too sure. Oh, I got a legendary chart from that. Alright, bet. I could do the legendary chart and compare the EXP that I get from it. I could, but this is supposed to be a quick tutorial, so I don't think I will. Or maybe I would. I might. But for right now, also, when you're treasure hunting, the best shovel to use is a, what is this? Goldite? Marking. It's a marking shovel. Marking shovels mark areas that you already dug in, because if you don't know, these chests supposedly spawn in, like, different, like, patches of land. Like, as you can see, the patches of land are broken up here, right? So, if I were to dig here, and there were, like, chests here, you wouldn't find it over here in this part, you would only find it here, which is really difficult, especially if you're not only new to it, but if you don't have a marking shovel, because you'll just never be able to tell, because all the ground looks the same. So, definitely recommend trying to get a marking scroll or marking shovel, because this is really, like, honestly, it's the most optimal for treasure charts. And look at that. Boom, we found it. Can you believe that? So, now that we have our little treasure chart here, let me go ahead and look at the EXP really quickly here. 25,703. So when we dig this bad boy up, and we finish this little chart, you'll see that we'll gain a little bit more EXP. Oh yeah, you get a crystal from that. Didn't know that. That gave us 1,000 EXP, and that was for a common. Now, I would assume the legendaries give more, but a legendary can genuinely, like, take you an hour, and I do not have an hour on this video, especially because I'm trying to get this out fast, since this, 2 times EXP thing just kind of came up, so.
I will, let's just assume the higher the rarity of the chart, the more EXP it gives. Of course, it might not be true, but I doubt it would be true, considering legendaries are really difficult. I would hate if that only gave 1,000 EXP, right? So let's just assume that the rarer the better. Let's go ahead and close out.
Like that. What the hell? This island. Alright, anyway. That's it for the video. Oof. Damn. I don't know why I'm tired. But that's it for the video.